Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Scorpio. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like it's your story, check your other placements. Your messages could be there. Someone is watching you. They're in the dark. They're in the dark, or they're keeping you in the dark, depending whose energy this belongs to. This person, they could have easily said something without thinking that caused a lot of damage. They would have been very, they would have said something possibly and then threw up a shield. This would have happened because they suddenly became very afraid. They could have... This is them in the past. Okay, look, I mean, it just says, it just paints a picture, you know. They received some type of news that really made them afraid. They were afraid that this was going to happen. They were afraid that you guys were not thinking clearly, that there was deception here, and that this tower was going to happen, because this card here, this tower, it hasn't happened. It's in this person's head that it could possibly happen. And so it is a card that can suggest somebody ran and took cover. And that's exactly what they did. They ran and they took cover, and they kind of watched from behind their shelter, wherever they escaped to. I see a tower over here, so they may have escaped to their tower. And from there, they would have been in reflection, and that's where they are currently, and where they have been for some time, most likely, in reflection, trying to get the lay of the land, because they're looking back at this. Okay, there's information that this person doesn't have, or information that they're keeping from you. All of this is about somebody who's looking back at something. So this has already happened, this separation. Here they are, alone. Why? Because they were unwilling to listen to something, or to compromise with someone, or to work together with someone, because maybe they thought there was deception, that they were going to get hurt, that everything was just going to fall apart. And what we see is they threw their tools down, you see, on that bench there. I'm trying to get a clearer picture for you. There you go. On that bench, and they ran. And now they are looking back at this scene, looking back at what they did, and looking back at what they did, and trying to understand what happened. And they're watching. And here we have this, see, you had the Nine of Swords in the upright. This is where their mind was. Their mind was here. If I follow my heart, here, everything's just going to blow up in my face. Okay? This person was imagining the worst. They were imagining that volcano, that eruption. They were imagining a tower. But this was all in their head. And it was all because of the swords that still bleed. These are all the ghosts of the past, the wounds, the scars, all the things that they carried in their memory or subconscious mind even, that they didn't deal with because clearly they didn't. They're still bleeding. They're still hurting. They still remember. Or they get reminded because when it comes to listening to the heart, these swords say don't. They say run, and that's what they did. That's what they did. They became very afraid, and so that's what they did. But I mean, what has it brought them? Because they ended up hurt anyway. When you think about it. Because they still love the other person. This is a heartfelt love that they have for someone. The fire still burns. And this person is weakening. They don't want to be without that other person. And you see, we have the mice. Okay, so this is clarifying the central issue, all right? And the mice is about all of those little things that eat at you, that cause you to be very worried. It's all your frustrations, all the things that you pile up and leave for another day. Is that not what they've been doing? And is that not what they've been doing for a long time? Maybe this goes way, way back. So what they need to do, the way out of this energy, is to follow these swords, because they've been letting them all pile up. They have to follow the swords down to the bottom one. That is the one that set up the mind, that set them up to think and believe and feel a specific way. And the result of that was, the result of not healing that sword there, of not looking at it, of shoving it under the carpet, so to speak, were all of these other swords. So the mice is really telling this person, okay, it's time. It's time to deal with all of these frustrations, everything that's causing you anxiety, all of your fears. It's time to face them. It's time to look at them. Because if you leave them to pile up, they're only going to get worse. So there's a warning there. There's a desire here with the star and the moon to come out of the dark. This could be telling them to pay attention to the signs, listen to the intuition. It will lead them out of the dark, because so far they've been listening to the swords. They've been letting those swords define everything and lead the way. And so what we have here is somebody in reflection. As you can well see, this is they're all thinking about this. The Griffin is on. There's 4 emperors in this deck. This one here is the Western Emperor. Like, they all say something different, you know. And you do have them in the reverse. Now on this particular card, there is a Griffin there. The Griffin speaks to enlightenment. Now, he is in reverse, and I feel like this person is seeking enlightenment when it comes to this past situation. This could be their own journey that they need to take, you know. It's time, because it feels like this person realizes that some sort of change needs to happen. They can no longer live this way. Nine of Swords up, we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse over here. And so the Nine of Swords in reverse is speaking to wanting to recover, wanting to take something out of the dark. That's exactly what the dice are saying. And if they follow their intuition, they will be led out of the dark. Yeah. So that's what these cards are saying. And there you go. There it is again. You see? Okay, so here's the Six of Swords. This was the first card out in this reading. And this is about moving something to a calmer place. It is about returning to something or someone. Now, I feel this person needs to return to the past to fix something in order to fix their situation or to set themselves free from a specific situation, to clear things up. They're missing information and it is behind them, and they are in reflection on this. They've been stubbornly holding back from doing this. This could also be them wanting to return to you. You represent home for this person. It's like we belong. And we see that here with this card. But courage is needed to do something. The Bear is here. It could have taken time for this growth, for this to happen, for this person to see, to get this enlightenment in order to get themselves out of this place that they're in, because they have to look back. They have to look back. That's all these cards are telling them, to look back. Look back at where you've been, at the decisions you've made, and there you will find your solution. You have to know where you came from, because where you are now is a reflection of all of the decisions you made in the past. And so if you want to change something, you need to look there, and that shows you the way forward. And sometimes looking back can be uncomfortable. And for this person, I feel it was uncomfortable, or is uncomfortable, or this change is difficult for them, but it will set them free in the end. So there's something very traumatic happened to this person. We know this because the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, there's a lot of swords in this reading. So this is a decision, a choice between two things. And I don't think it's between two people. I think it's between two things. You could be at a stalemate with somebody else. But you need to, this is about looking back at your fears, at something you may have been in denial of, you or them. I'm saying you, but I mean, know that, you know, this could be your energy, but it could be theirs. Feeling threatened, what you have, feeling threatened going back and forth, or something, okay, something you desire, or desired, because it is at the root, felt threatened. This is a decision to go back and give clarity to somebody, because this person is releasing that person from the bonds. It could also be that going back to look at those fears would release them from the bonds that, keep them trapped in this particular mindset of fear. Somebody went to the extreme back here. And ran from a situation, escaped that situation. And I don't feel it's the first time they've done this. And in doing it, they thought they were helping themselves in their mind state. Oh, I'm going to run away so they can't hurt me. But they end up hurt in the end anyway. Because they love this person, and that action cut them off from the person they loved. And so the real root issue here is, what were they really running from, and what caused them to run? Well, what caused them to run is here. And they have to go down and find it. It's the way out of this energy. And if they do that, they can be very, very successful. So they're in reflection on, how do I escape this situation that I'm in? How do I change things? How do I transform my situation? And so they're looking up at the Three of Swords. They have to look there. The Three of Swords is that heartbreak, that pain. And there's a decision here to do something about it that they're laying upon. So a decision to share some information with someone, or to go and get information. It could be after deep reflection that they get this enlightenment, and that this emperor turns himself upright. That's what I think it is. That's what I feel it is. And so then there's this decision to, here we have this decision to go back into this choppy water. Yeah, and learn what you need to know. So they go back to this past situation, which is that Three of Swords up on the wall. Because they were missing information. They have to go back here to get this information. It's part of the lesson of the Wheel of Fortune. Once they do that, they get this opportunity here to go back to this person, to go home to this person, to share what it is they've learned. That's what this is. And so they have an opportunity here to change something. That is what the Wheel of Fortune is about. Learning our lessons. Okay? And taking it forward, right? That's what they're going to do. It's all right here. This is them coming back to you. And here you go. There's the makeup card. There's the opportunity to do it. And to do this. And that's exactly what's going to happen. There's the Empress, a new beginning. There's that decision to do something that possibly may have stung them to go back and perhaps to look at something that stung them, to get this wisdom that they needed. Okay, and we know they had to go and look at something, or there was a realization of or about something that did sting them. We know they did because the claws of the hawk dig into the hand. He's got no glove on. And going back and getting this wisdom, although it was perhaps painful to look at, it does give them clarity about the red flags that they thought they were seeing here. And allows for this new beginning. I mean, it's just, for me, it's like a film. It's like movie scenes that play out. And so here we have this this time card. It could be saying it could be telling us to use our time wisely. I feel that they have used their time wisely. We have the timer here. We have the rooster, and we have a candle here. And I feel like there was in this time period, because of this, the enlightenment that they were missing. That's what I said. I believe that they got that enlightenment. So I'm turning him upright. Okay. Things are now very clear that, yeah, there we go. There's the owl. So we have gained wisdom here in this time apart. Okay, so now, of course, the flowers and the letter and the home card are appearing. It's just absolutely fantastic how these cards fall. And so the flowers are about healing, a recovery, happiness, an invitation, an opportunity in love. So there's an opportunity here, and we see it in the wheel. Now that they've got this lesson, they're ready to move forward. Okay, and so here we have this opportunity to change something in their life. And what do they want to change? They want to change their current circumstances where they are currently very unhappy and in the dark, sitting there with their wish. And so then comes the letter. A letter, a message is on its way, but it has not yet arrived. It could be an email, it could be a text, but it contains truth. So there's some truth about somebody's feelings about what happened, an apology. Somebody could be expressing feelings of love for you. But you have this message, and it is coming. Somebody is returning to you. It could feel like a gift, or they could actually bring a gift. You're about to receive something that is going to make you very, very happy, because the flowers speak to a very happy event. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.